The film opens with several Indian couples discussing their traditional arranged marriages. An Indian website is a modern method for unmarried singles to seek a spouse. Both Ravi's and Rita's mothers have created profiles for them on Arranged, a website for America-based Indians. Ravi and Rita have an awkward pre-arranged date at a dry reservoir. As her mother had posted, she was a vegetarian. He had brought a special meat-free meal. When she points out that the lemonade he brought was hard and the site stated he is a teetotaler. Embarrassed, he pours it on the ground. Suddenly they both get alerts to their phones about the COVID-19 pandemic. Going back to her place, they simultaneously call their moms. It is a mess. Trash everywhere. Dirty dishes and evidence that she drinks. Ravi waits for the car rental agency to call him back, as his train has been cancelled. As there won't be a car until morning, Rita offers him the couch. After he updates his mum, he overhears her talking dirty to someone on the phone. In a panic, he goes to her bathroom and finds her vibrator. First thing in the morning, Ravi leaves as soon as he can on foot to the agency. Rita gives him a friendly goodbye, but he leaves coldly. Relieved is gone. She grabs a beer and a cold chicken drumstick from the fridge. Ravi suddenly pops back in. As he is told it will be 3 more days. He is forced to shelter in place due to the pandemic. When Ravi asks about the alcohol and meat, Rita begs him to not tell her mother. He concedes, then blurts out that they aren't a good match, pointing out her dishonesty as a reason. She explains that her mother pays for her rent in exchange for her participation in the website. Ravi tries to make small talk, and then asks Rita if he can clean, saying it relaxes him. Finished cleaning, he gets a teasing call from his brothers about being holed in with her. He is antsy, whereas she is totally relaxed. Used to inactivity as she's unemployed. Chatting again. Rita admits she's not remotely interested in marriage, whereas Ravi insists he needs to get married before he can have any intimacy. He insists is not boring, describing odd idiosyncrasies of his lab mates. Rita gets a call from her lover, who turns out to be married. Unable to go for a walk, Ravi shows is emotional as he describes to her a Bollywood movie. Bored, she spikes his Coke with whiskey and, as is never touched alcohol, it quickly affects him. He both tries to do stand-up and then dance for the first time, but gets sick. Sore at Rita the next morning, Ravi blames her for his hangover. A short while later, she joins him for an online workout. Her mother calls, asking about the date, hoping she didn't divulge her true self, as he couldn't love that you. Ravi offers to teach Rita to cook. In the process, he is appalled at her process and the end result, but she is pleased. His mother sets him up on a virtual blind date, which Rita coaches him through. Ravi finishes the date really happy, but dreams of Rita. The next morning, after Rita hears Ravi's conversation via speakerphone with his mother, she goes stir-crazy and insists on going out, and doesn't take a mask. She arrives back late. In the morning, upon saying goodbye, she coughs, so he cancels his departure to help Rita quarantine. During the day or so of quarantining, they get to know one another. She talks about her affair. He tells her very infantile knock-knock jokes during the night. Her bad coughing concerns him, so he spoons her. By morning he calls an ambulance. Once Rita is hospitalized, Ravi goes through her things with notable and increasing affection. He has a lot of difficulty having contact via phone. Ravi discovers her paintings are all sweet and about love, not raunchy as she implied. Her mum calls, and he tells her about Rita's COVID hospitalization. She asks to Zoom with him. The few times Ravi does get through, the woman in Rita's room dies. A newbie there kindly keeps him updated. When she's released, they meet in a park and their mutual affection is visible.